I know I'm late to talk about this, but I find it funny enough to make this video regardless of that. For the people living under a rock, Mr. Beast's close friend Chris has been under fire due to her transitioning to a woman. She's been getting a lot of shit because of it, especially since Chris has a son, I believe. A common thing I've seen going around was that he's no longer going to have a proper father figure to look up to and stuff like that, which is pretty true. I would say in terms of like physical attributes, but also because he's definitely going to get bullied at school when he's older, especially in any argument he gets into. I've seen people say the worst things imaginable to win the smallest arguments. It's hilarious watching from the side, but that kid is going to have it a little rough growing up. I mean, his dad is best friends with a millionaire, so I'm sure he'll be fine. On the topic of money, Chris was beefing with someone on Twitter, and she flexed her bank account to show how rich she was compared to the guy. But the only reason she even has money is because of Mr. Beast, and if it wasn't for him, she would be in a much different place. And I think she realized that, or enough people pointed it out, because she ended up deleting the whole tweet. A funny clip I saw going around is of a recent live stream they did where Mr. Beast just looked defeated and uncomfortable, especially after something Chris said. I'll play it right now.
Chris, you want a big boy? I need a big boy.
Now, publicly, Mr. Beast has supported Chris in his transition and even said he doesn't like all the transphobia that's being said and stuff. But I wonder, since he's so popular and he needs to choose what he says very carefully in order to remain popular, if he fully supports Chris. And I mean, like, I understand, like, he is going to stick by him just because, like, they're close friends and stuff. But, like, I can imagine a small part of him misses how things used to be. The most ironic thing about this whole situation is that just a few years ago, they were making content, making fun of the trans people and the LGBT community, stuff like that, with all the genders and everything. But now that people are making fun of them for the same reasons, it's an issue.
It's time to live my dream.
She's just staring at me. Hey girl, you want some attack helicopter? Be free, my brother.
Every day, countless vehicles are born into human bodies. I've never told anyone this, but I was actually born a tank, but sadly, it wasn't one of our 52 genders. So, what? There's more than, there's 63 genders now? Is someone just getting paid to sit there and think of genders?
It's a taste of their own medicine, really, but I saw Mr. Beast and Chris get a lot of support, which is nice to have when people are going after you. It's just an entertaining thing to see, really. That's it for the whole Mr. Beast situation. I want to talk about COD for a little bit. So season 3 has just dropped, and I honestly think it's pretty good in some aspects. Now, in terms of the weapons, I really like it. Their intervention is back, and it doesn't, it obviously doesn't have the same sound, although I don't know if there's like a leak, or I don't know if it's a leak or it's confirmed, but there's apparently going to be something where you're going to have the old gun sounds from the original Modern Warfare 2, and the new one's going to be like an audio pack, and obviously it's going to include like the original intervention sound and stuff like that, which it's a nice bit of nostalgia to have your, the old, sounds of the weapons and stuff like that. But it's kind of sad to think that like they're still riding the wave of these like old ass games. Like they have not created anything really new. The new CODs, a good amount of them and a good amount of the hype comes from like the remakes of maps, or the remakes of old weapons and stuff like that. New CODs that are made are not as good or memorable as the old ones, which is why that like they're not gonna get remastered. We're not gonna see Vanguard remastered in our lifetime because it was so shit. No one really liked it and stuff like that. And it just sucks to see a franchise that was once really good, being like really shit now. In terms of maps, they kind of suck. We got a nighttime map for some reason. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. No one liked it in Modern Warfare 2019, and I don't like it again in Modern Warfare 2. The other map they added was Lighthouse. I would say it's okay, but it gets kind of tiring after a while. It also has this really bad spot on Hardpoint where it's like on the ship. That's really annoying actually. They added this thing called Black Cell. It's like $30. I really don't think it's worth it. You do get a lot of cool stuff like the weapon blueprints and the actual operators. So they look pretty cool, right? It's like a nice gold and black, and they have like moving parts and stuff, which is it looks nice. Gold and black always looks nice, but For $30, that's like half the price of the game is $70, so that's like almost half the game price. I would expect something a little bit more than just skins and blueprints, but I've seen a couple people already using, actually every match I've played, there's someone who bought that, so it definitely had made them a lot of money from it, and they're gonna bring it back, probably in the next season and maybe even the next game. But I'll say season 3 is looking pretty good so far. I already got everything maxed out. I already grinded the whole camos, and the only thing I really have to do now is just ranked. Now, the thing about ranked is like, I complain about my terrible teammates in normal multiplayer, but at least like I don't lose anything when I lose the game. And ranked, I actually do. I lose my ranked and stuff. And you get a squad of good players, so I could actually rank up. I'm definitely gonna be playing ranked now because I have nothing else to do on COD. But yeah, that's basically it. Oh, one more thing. I stream on Twitch sometimes. Well, I'll say pretty regularly every week, so it's been a while since I shouted that out, so just go follow that. And with that, that's basically it for today. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.